Today, welcome back to GTA Online, my friends. It is time for a brand new car. This is the Pfister, the latest Pfister. And of course, it is clearly a Cayman. It is the baby Porsche. And we're going to have a listen. Let's have a... What I love is the name of this car is actually the Pfister Growler, which is beautiful because this is for the type of person that wants to be cool but can't quite get there. So they buy this. I said this. I don't know why. Anyway, welcome back to another GTA Online car build. You're in the right place. You already know the best customizations on YouTube. I'm sure you all the bits, all of it. People, one thing it still happens to this day, guys. I'll let you in a little comment secret. People keep thinking that I'm not playing the game and I'm just commentating over someone else's footage because I lift my hand up. Have you ever seen a man do this? See, now I've just crashed and yeah. But it's completely possible for someone with large hands to steer and drive on a game that is very arcade with one hand. Isn't that incredible? Amazing. I learned to do it because I have to use my hands to talk. It has to be done. Anyway, this thing's pretty good. It's pretty lively, pretty nippy, pretty fun, actually. I think this is going to be a lot of fun to actually drive if you're looking for a nice little nippy sports car. Honestly, it's very difficult to find anything much better. It is still at the top of its class. Of course, we've got the 400Z coming out. I mean, not in Europe. So again, back to the Porsche for us, unfortunately. To do this build, to mix it up, we're going to actually pop into my workshop, which we haven't been in for a good while. I must swap a car, I know. That's the only unfortunate thing. I still need to I don't know, I need to replace my cars. I've done a video basically adding the price of all the cars. Obviously, I haven't added any of these cars yet, which is a little bit silly of me. I'm actually going to move... I think you deserve to be here, don't worry, but you're going to go to the cool garage. I just want to put both Porsches next to each other because you get to see the big boy Porsche and the baby Porsche, the little baby Porsche. It's so cute. I want to know what the engine is like and stuff as well, but we can do that once we start doing a little bit of rice. Let's customize the Pfister Growler. Oh, it's scary. Let's get on with it. So we've got 29 customization options, which is pretty darn good. We're going to put on the brakes, of course, and front bumpers are beginneth. Now, I'm going to say the front bumper does actually look pretty nice. I do actually like the standard front bumper the most. This is not happening. I know. This is not acceptable. In this day and age, how dare I like the stock setup? I think I like the arch vented bumper there a little bit. I'm hoping we've got a little bit of a wide body. And of course, the engine strut base is... Right. I mean, it makes sense, but it's still... The strut base... They should also put one in the front still. I guess... I'm confused. There should be two, quite frankly, on this car. Engine tunes. We can't actually see the engine, which is a shame, actually. I wonder if we can actually, if we do the boot, if we can actually have a look, because I'm definitely wanting to see. Anyway, let's have a look through the exhaust options, which I'm gonna have to rev the. A single oval exit is just a little bit... That looks really, really stupid. It has to be a dual exit if it's going to be at the middle center like that. That just looked really, really odd. I think I'm going to go for the titanium dual bore. I think there was nicer ones, but honestly, I do like a bit of titanium. So we can put some vents on the car. We've got fender vents or carbon vents. I'm actually going to go for fender because I want to match the color of them. We've got hood catches. No! Absolutely not. Why? Oh, now we've got hood customization because, you know, cooling all my groceries and all that business. Let's go for something not racy, but also... Oh, nice. We've got some rally options there. That's pretty sick. I like the rally options on this car. I think it's a really cool idea. Anyway, I feel like this hood is my favorite, the performance hood. Just a little bit of balance between aggressive and clean at the same time. Go for the carbon dash. I need to show you the track prepped one just in case you want to see that. But I think the carbon dash, it's just a bit nicer. We got dials, which we can add extra dials onto the dash. I'm going to do tacho and gauges, doors. You know me. This is how we do. You've seen the door customizations. Actually, to be fair, that might be somewhat different to normal stuff. Pretty cool. The seats are all pretty standard, but you already knew that. The steering wheels, honestly, actually, this wheel it's not far out. The rally wheel looks kind of like a Porsche wheel as it is, but I'm going to keep that as it is. And we've got the half cage, which doesn't finally, none of the cages are actually bumping the player height down, which is much, much better. But I'm actually going to go for the white half cage. That looks pretty sick. I like that a lot. Heading on to the lights, of course, all we can do here is put the xenons. I prefer white lights because, unfortunately, to do the other modifications to the lights, you have to be in one of the two other places. Going to the lip spoilers. Interesting. Interesting. That means there's going to be no big wangs here, which is a big shame, to be honest with you. Because I would have wanted a big old wang on this. Unless there's both options. That might be why there's 29 options. That ducktail is fantastic. The primary ducktail. I'm going to go for that. There could still be a possibility of a wang. I'm holding on to a smidge of hope. But it would look rather silly on this car, to be completely frank. We've got the race liveries. I really like... I don't know. I think this is pretty cool. I like the more subtle. I think for now we'll go for the white Vista. I can't not say that. Then we've got the carbon mirror caps. We've got the plate customization as per pretty standard. We've got a respray, which I will come back to. The rear splitter. Thank the Lord. We've got splitters. We can make that front bumper a little bit more shouty. It's a shame we don't have a combination of the two. I think I personally prefer these, the carbon lip, just to add a little bit, you know. We've got a light bar on the top, which is pretty sick. We've got a roof rack, which I love the roof rack, and a roof box. Oh mate, I love a roof box on a supercar, sports car, whatever. I think they just look tremendous. It adds so much character. It's like, I bought this little car, I don't have the space, I put a box on it. Because it was a bit of a midlife crisis and all that. Carry through the splitters, which I can have a nice little extra line through them as a bit of a differentiator, which is pretty nice indeed. I do like this look. I think it looks super cool, but I do want the canards on the side as well. So I think I'm going to do secondary race splitter there. We do have spoilers. We have double wang-itis. Thank the Lord. That's what Porsches are all about. It's about the double wangs. And we've got a biggie, meaty, extremely wing right here. I do like that. I think my favorite by design is probably any of these three, honestly. I'm going for that. That is sick. I'm so glad they've done that. Sunstrips actually got quite a lot of them. We've got specific ones, so we can actually have a nice basic sunstrip or no sunstrip at all. I'm going to go for the plastic one. Suspension, we can put the competition suspension on. Doesn't quite lower it greatly. And I'm surprised there's actually no wide body for this. Why the flying hell is this a thing? I'm really confused. Why are the taillights being painted like this? I'm very confused. Anyway, go to the transmission, bump that up. Give me the turbos. We've got vents on the side. That's pretty cool. I like that. That adds a little bit more definition to the car. I think I'm going to go for the carbon. We got the wheels, obviously, which the wheels actually look pretty nice stock. I haven't unlocked any of the really good ones, so I might actually keep these stock wheels. Boom! The customization is done. We've gone for the ultra blue. I know. I do think a yellow would suit this car too. But technically, we did build the previous Porsche with that color. Now, I've put the slight color on the rear lights there. I've actually changed the vents to carbon. I changed the wheels, and I put the secondary color as a white. I think it's an ice white. I just think it brings it together really nicely. This is the Cayman color. Like, this is the Cayman color. And I obviously put a little bit of a tint on the windows. No tire design on this one, just because I think it was a bit too messy if you put it on. But there you go. The ultimate Pfister. Built by yours truly. You know. Look at it. It looks spicy. I do like it. It's a nice looking car. And of course, we got the two ultra blue Porsches next to each other now, and honestly, they look really cool together. I would definitely still go for the original Comet that we got there, or the Comet S2, because this thing, it's okay. It's okay. How are we looking on the stats then? Top speed is a little bit slower than the other Porsche, which is good, because I should bloody hope so. The traction is actually quite low. That is really surprising. Look at the traction difference. It's really, apparently, I say that. It says it's quite low, but then I looked over to this Audi, which I remember being really grippy, and that is all. Something's wrong here. Anyway, let's hop in. Maybe it's that for all-wheel drive. It's that for, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's go. Okay, let's give this a whirl. Give it the clutch kick. Yeah, let's go. You know you're a GTA OG if you're doing that clutch kick. Mate, I learned that from GTA Wise Guy. You remember? Man, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Let's do it again. Now, see, I would say the clutch kick on this car, some of the cars recently have been really, really good at taking the clutch kicks. I'd say this one, though, it really does, unless it's like the first gear, it's really just going to bog. What a piece of poo in terms of small, minute adjustments. It is not a car that is made for grip. It does not feel like a Porsche at all. Something that, again, I'm not a massive, massive Porsche fanatic, but something I've experienced in my lifetime with Porsches is that any Porsche you get in honestly feels like an absolute... It turns on the center of the car. That's something that Porsches just do incredibly well, and they don't do this. They're not lazily flop about little machines. The other Porsche actually really handled super well in terms of like how it was planted and what is this? This is really not a good handling car at all. This thing feels like it has some of the handling flags issues again. For those of the long-term GTA players that know, it almost feels like I've gone from playing GTA to playing Saints Row. Saints Row never quite got the handling of cars right. And I feel like GTA with GTA 5 went a little bit step closer to that in terms of like the top speed of cars and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not particularly sold on it. Anyway, I did promise that we would check something. So if we go to vehicles and, you know, you can open all the doors and such. So if we do all, there we go. Wait, hang on a second. That looked like it... Is that fake? No, it's got depth to it. It just looked like it was fake for some reason for a second. Now we're going to go over to the rear of the car, and it's genuinely just fully covered. You cannot see a thing. That's a shame. They really should have made an option to, like, remove the rear end so you can actually see a little bit better. I'm a little bit disappointed, Rockstar, to be honest with you. I'm a little bit disappointed by this car. I think this is probably the worst car they have released. Actually, it was kind of dope. I think of the cars they've released so far in this update, I think this is the least interesting, even from the get-go. And I think you can tell by the customization that they also agreed that they really didn't see a point of this car being added. Anyway, it feels pretty quick. It just feels megally untamable. Like, even if you're really... I would say I'm a pretty decent GTA driver. I'm always suggested to be the driver in terms of missions and stuff, and because I can drive and shoot very well, like I'm very, very like coordinated in that. This would be a car that you would struggle with that. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of the review of this. Would you end up picking up this for yourself? Of course, a lot of people that just love the Cayman are definitely going to get this, but anyone out there actually love the Cayman more than the proper big boy Porsches? That's my question. Be sure to smash like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, I'll see you next Thursday. Peace.